So the MLB pitcher, an MLB pitcher slams the LA Dodgers for honoring anti-Catholic LGBTQ plus group. And he says, it's a mockery of my own religion. So Trevor Williams, he's a pitcher with the Washington Nationals, criticized the Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay, so Trevor Williams is a pitcher for the Washington Nationals. Criticized the Los Angeles Dodgers for honoring the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, SBI, a group of queer and trans nuns that regularly mock Catholics at the team's annual Pride Night. Now, folks, we do have a picture that Chris is going to put up. It's in one of these articles, Chris. And it is frightening. When you look at this, these individuals, what I see is hate, okay? Because they're hating on people's religion, and you have MLB, Major League Baseball, saying, it's okay. That's okay. It's only a church. And I think we will all agree the Catholic Church has had its problems and continues to, and is trying to fix many of those problems. But the idea that the entire church is bad because you have some that are, I mean, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? And yet what these folks are doing is they're trying to destroy Westernism. They're anti-capitalist. They're anti-Western. They're anti-religion. And once again, it goes with the theme of this podcast. So the Dodgers initially rescinded the invitation to these folks from the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, who argued that having the group as the guests of honor for Pride Night on June 16th was condoning the mockery of the Catholic faith. The Dodgers reinstated the invite, however, after the LGBTQ plus groups threatened to boycott, prompting Williams, to address the situation Tuesday on Twitter. Quote, as a devout Catholic, I am deeply troubled by the Dodgers' decision to reinvite and honor the group Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence at their Pride Night this year, Williams said in a post. To invite and honor a group that makes a blatant and deeply offensive mockery of my religion and the religion of over 4 million people in Los Angeles County alone undermines the values and respect of inclusivity that should be upheld by any organization. It is a clear violation of the Dodgers' discrimination policy, bingo, which explicitly states that any conduct or attire at the ballpark that is deemed to be indecent or prejudiced against any group or religion is not tolerated. That was so well done. I'm sure he had help writing that, but I'm glad that he did because he's taking a stand against these nuts. And again, just take a look at them. Just look at these idiots. I mean, it's frightening when you look at them because you say to yourself, they look like, what's that movie that came out where you have the masked guy and he's like an anarchist to try to, initially he's kind of like the anarchist and he's trying to overthrow the government because you have this totalitarian government.
V for Vendetta?
That's it. That's it. V is for Vendetta. And that's what these nuns look like. So they look like the V is for a vendetta type face, if you will, and it's painted on in their case. And it's quite frightening. And remember, who goes to baseball games? Families. Always. Yeah, exactly. Just like V is for Vendetta. Chris just showed me a picture on the phone. Families are the ones who actually are involved in going to baseball games. And then you bring this along and it's anti-religion, anti-Westernism, anti-capitalism. What they want to do is to undermine your faith in everything, including the very foundations of what you believe and how you have been raised. And I think it's important to say that you can still have great faith and still believe in the tenets and principles of a church, even though there are individuals from the church that have done bad things, okay? Because I think this has happened across many religions. It's like, because some people did bad things, the whole church should be canceled. No, folks, that's not how it works. But we know what's really going on here is the LGBTQ plus people at Major League Baseball. They just don't believe in anything, okay? And most importantly, they don't at all believe in religion. and capitalism and Westernism. And they can't wait to groom your children because why else would they go to a baseball game dressed like that? Causing your children to ask questions. Mommy, Daddy, I don't understand. They kind of are like dressed like nuns, but why are they dressed like that? I don't understand. And so now you are supposed to go to a baseball game and enjoy it with your family, a way to get away from reality. And instead, you're finding yourself having to explain to your children. Who allows this to happen? I mean, have the aliens, and I've said this before, I know, have the aliens literally landed on planet Earth and taken over common sense with a lot of these organizations like the MLB?